What's good, everybody? Welcome in to the Early Edge, powered as always by the almighty SportsLine, the best value in all of sports, coming off officially the craziest finish to an NFL season that you will ever see. Colts lose, then the tie comes into play, and remarkably, it does come into play. Last play of the regular season mattered last night in overtime. It was amazing. Quickly, let's take a look at our recap of the week. And my goodness, we were all over the place. We had some good things. We had some bad things. But damn it, was it fun. And we look at our entire year for our football handicappers. Looks a little something like this. Oh, and your boy is still perfect at the bottom. Nicely done. A perfect season. I will take it. But the true stars of the show, clearly, it's not me. It's my guys, my ladies. So here we go. Look at the beautiful faces. On the day where M squared, we're going to crown a national champion tonight. And for once, I think we have the right two teams playing.
Yeah, I definitely think we have the right two teams playing. Battle of the SEC, no surprise there. I can't wait for this game. It's going to be a lot of fun. And good morning to everyone.
And we will be live tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern time, not 7:15, not 7:20, 7 p.m. sharp for a full hour breaking down Georgia, breaking down Alabama. Can't wait. AB, I know you're licking your wounds today because Bill Rad 9, Bill Rad, finally was the man to take you down yesterday in a showdown, and you couldn't be happier sending somebody some money.
Oh, absolutely. Look, shout out Bill. I mean, he took it to me. Not only did he win one of them, he won both of them. Just took the whip to me, man. So, Bill, congratulations there. Also, I'm really excited tonight to see if Nick Saban or Kirby Smart goes for it on fourth down on their own 19-yard line. I'm excited to see if they pull that one up from the old Brandon Staley playbook.
Hey, Brandon Staley, stop doing that. When he was doing that, I was like, because I played the Chargers in the game, I was like, what are you doing? And then I was like, all right, you're going to help the over. This helps the over. If anybody played that, that was the dumbest decision. You're going to do it. Have a play in the playbook for it. A dive with Austin Eckler? That's your play when you need one hard yard from the 19? Stop it. He's getting me all fired up this morning, AB. All right, Zack Attack live from Las Vegas, Nevada. What's good, my man?
Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, I was also on the Chargers yesterday. I rewatched some of the plays last night. Mike Williams, so many great catches, but that one right before they kicked the field goal, he didn't turn his hips. The DB wasn't even looking. 6'5". That was a catchable ball. I think he should have caught that one. But national title game today in college football. We've got some college basketball. I do have a play for college basketball today.
All right, well, let's get into it then. Storylines that could affect the betting lines today. Let's stay right there, Zach. In college hoops, what do you got for us today?
Well, an interesting one here for total bettors. Wofford, UNC Greensboro. There's only 8 games today in college basketball, but Wofford and UNC Greensboro, they've had some coaching changes the past couple of years. Mike Young went over to Virginia Tech a couple years ago, and Wes Miller used to be for UNC Greensboro last year. He's now with Cincinnati, so they moved on up to the Power 5 conferences, and the scoring just isn't there for both of these teams. Wofford ranks 88th in the country in college basketball, and UNC Greensboro 321st. You go back to last year, they did play 2 matchups. One of them was a medium level scoring game, but the other matchup was one of the lowest scoring games of the season, just 48 to 45. The halftime score in that one was 16-15. Both of these teams just played 48 hours ago, so this is one you want to keep an eye on. I think it is the lowest total on the board today at 125.5.
Speaking of keeping an eye on, shout out to you from the chat. I'd completely forgotten about the Jonathan Taylor future ticket that you had, didn't you, for leading the league in rushing? Yes.
Yeah, we did. I gave that out on the early season prop show. I have to track what I actually did on those. I think my team totals went either 2-1 or 1-2, but yes, the Jonathan Taylor prop did hit.
Nicely done. Very nicely done. We hit the Titans season. Chiefs screwed us because of the losing in Cincinnati, but still, all in all, our futures were pretty good. Now, speaking of futures, tonight, Georgia, Alabama. It's what everybody's talking about. But, AB, as always, you have found a Chick-fil-A nugget that people need to pay attention to. What is it?
Yes, sir, Coach. Look, I live here in Nashville. I've been in SEC country my entire life. I understand these two teams. I know where they've been, where they come from, who these coaches are. And, look, I've been doing the numbers here. The last 6 national championships, the over, 5-0-1. The last 5. national championships featuring Alabama. The over 4-0-1. The last 2 games between Georgia and Alabama. They played the SEC championship. They played last season in 2020. The final score, 41-24, 41-24. These 2 teams are incredibly consistent. But I'll tell you what, if you don't, get a little nervous about playing the total, you get a little nervous about who to play in the game, we've got a pick coming up that I think middles everything and gets you right in the exact spot where you want to be.
Oh, that is quite the tease. Quite the tease from AB. And by the way, you mentioned 8 games today, Zach. Who's the idiot that would plan a game or schedule a game on the night of the national championship? When you're sitting there doing the whole schedule, and you look at January 10th. Yeah, let's go ahead and put a conference game head up against Georgia, Alabama. Get those killer ratings on ESPN 8. Okay, let's get into our board for the day. And it's a Monday. Sometimes you got to lift your own energy up. Sometimes you have to bring yourself to the table, and that's exactly what we're going to do this morning. M squared, you know the drill, son! It's a national championship day. So, give it to me.
All right. As much as it pains me here, I am betting against Alabama. I'm taking Georgia -2.5 here. They are the better team, and they have been all season, in my opinion. Yes, I know I bet on Alabama against the spread in the SEC title game, and it worked out for me there. However, the story is so much different this time around. There are a number of key injuries on the Alabama side, while the Georgia team got more healthy. They were not completely healthy for that game. They are now. I love this spot for them. I also think that they've learned a little bit more about Bryce Young and the way to attack this team. The recipe is kind of simple. They're going to stop Robinson. Brian Robinson, I don't think he's going to have a lot of success rushing the ball against this Georgia front. They're going to make Bryce Young make those throws, make some of those reads. He's not going to have John Mechie there to bail him out in some of these spots. And then on the other side, I really like James Cook for Georgia. I think he's going to have a big game against this Alabama defense here. I think Stetson Bennett is going to be able to hit Brock Bowers, a tight end that in this college game, you're not typically used to defending positions like the tight end as much as some of those wide receiver spots. I think that's a vulnerable spot for the Alabama defense. So give me Georgia -2.5, -110, and let's have a great game.
I can't believe that on a Monday morning I've been brought to this. I cannot believe on a Monday morning I have to say these words, but I am nothing if not stupid. So, Jeweler, hit the music. Let's go! It's gonna be a showdown. You're damn right there's going to be a showdown right here, right now. +2.5. Give me a... Yes,
Hey,
sir.
Siri, schedule me a dinner at my favorite place.
Oh my God. Rare is the time that I've ever matched wits with somebody that could trash talk as good or as great as I've always been able to do. And it throws me off a little bit every now and then. Very, very savagery is a word, I think. But regardless of how many showdowns I've lost to you, there's always going to be a first. And tonight, damn it, tonight, me and Nick Saban are like this. Tonight, me and Nick Saban are locked step. Plus, the show was on Alabama last week, plus the 3. But I get 2.5, which I will gladly take, sir. So, as always, respect, but I want to kick your ass tonight. All right, now, let's move on. Who gets the maestro spot today? Who gets the maestro spot today? Well, it's not going to be a college basketball game. I can tell you that. So, Zack Attack, you're up next. What do you got?
Yeah, the 8-game slate I just mentioned, they're all smaller games for the most part. I think there is one Power 5 game, but it's like Oregon State, who's one of the worst Power 5 teams in college basketball. But I'll go with Pepperdine. This one has had some line movement from -2.5 last night to -4 today. They're playing San Diego, and I think this is just one of those spots where you look at San Diego. They're a team that's had problems with so many cancellations. This is just their 3rd game since December 20th. Both those games have been blowout losses, 23-point loss and a 15-point loss. So I look at their 7-7 6-7 record. It is better than Pepperdine, which is just 6-10, but they've had those cancellations, 3 cancellations, so that's messed with their flow. I look at Pepperdine. They have won 4 straight games against San Diego. And the reason why I had this play last night is because of Pepperdine's strong ATS home record. They are 5-1 ATS. A lot of those have been wins. So I'll take Pepperdine to win for the 5th straight time against San Diego. Maybe an in-game because of the line movement, but I do think it still hits.
Live betting is so key if you know what you're doing, but you've got to be very smart about it and understand the game flow. And I would encourage you to only live bet if you're watching the game. Don't blindly look at a score and go, oh, they've scored 27 points in the first 5 minutes. Let's take the over. Yes, Mikey.
I just want to chime in on that too. On the live betting, I just highly recommend only betting during stoppages in the game. Do not live bet while you're watching the game because your feed is most likely delayed by a full possession, which changes numbers drastically. So only live bet during full media timeouts.
Boom. Which also correlates with watching the game that you are live betting on. Do not live bet by looking at your phone, please. Believe me, I've done it before. And what happened? I don't understand. They only scored 6 points. Yeah, they're hitting every 3-pointer in the first 5 minutes. Not that I am stuck on that game at all right now. All right, we've got one play from the site today, and we're going to go to hockey. So the brilliant people at the NHL, they'll have a random night where there's 2 games, and then on a night where you shouldn't, they'll put 12 games. It is what it is. We're going to go Washington, the Capitals. Only minus 120 tonight over the Bruins. 7 p.m. Eastern starts. So you get a full hour of that game before the national championship game starts. We're going to go with the Capitals. In our simulations, they cash over 60% of the time in this game. So we're going to go with the Capitals. I don't need to say any more than that. All right. Now, I told you I'm giving AB dial up all the respect in the world today. He's had an incredible season. He's ran the college football show like only he can. So I give him all the respect in the world to give him Maestro spot on the day of the national championship. AB, the floor is yours.
Yep, got to hold it down for Maestro's new deal he's got with J. Crew. I like him in a suit. It's fantastic. Also, you know what? No pressure, no diamonds. Look, it's a national championship game. You might be watching at the house. You might be watching at the game. You might be watching at the bar, right? And you're looking around your buddies. They're like, I got Georgia. I got Alabama. I got the over. I got the under. You know what you're going to have? Alabama team total over 24.5 minus 110 because you're going to play it directly into what is going to hit. Alabama is going to put up points. If Georgia wants to win this game, it's not going to be their defense. They're going to have to put up points to do it. You know that Nick Saban, Alabama, and Bryce Young are going to put points on the scoreboard. You're going to take Alabama team total over 24.5. And while everybody around you at the bar or wherever is like, oh, man, mine didn't hit. I'm sweating this. I'm sweating that. Buddy, you're cruising in the third quarter, buying a shot, celebrating and laughing. So, yeah, Alabama team total over 24.5.
All right. See, I love that play. That's one of the lowest. It's probably going to be the lowest team total that they've had the entire year. Normally, it's north of 35 for Alabama, but tonight you're getting 24.5. I'll take it. But it's not really my style to call somebody out on the show. Not really my style to point something out unless it's needed to. Am I right? Would you agree with that, AB?
Yeah, absolutely.
I only need to call somebody out. So somebody that I'm staring at right now, and I want you to raise your hand when I call you out, has been on Alabama for a week, but yet I had the guts to stand up and have a showdown with M squared. But somebody else who's been sitting on Alabama for a week hasn't said a word. Anybody want to fess up to sitting on Alabama and not challenging M squared to a showdown? Don't look around. Don't look around. Look me in the eye, son. Look me in the eye.
I'll tell you what, M squared, here's the deal. All right, me and you, I don't even want Alabama with the points. Oh! Alabama straight up, son.
Oh! All right. So here's the deal. M squared, you're not going to turn that down, are you?
No, we're talking just straight up. We're not laying like minus 200 or anything on this.
Just straight up.
Yeah. If you're going to, I take free money all the time.
Jeweler, hit that music.
Let's go. One more time. Oh, and we're still waiting. We're still waiting for RJ White to dance, but he says, By the way, shout out to Kelsey. She learned very, very quickly yesterday there are levels to this game, young lady. There are levels to this game. And she had to pay RJ White in cold, hard cash. That poor young lady had to send him a tweet in the third quarter to ask for his Venmo. Oh, how embarrassing.
I've been there. I think I've done it to everybody on this show.
Look at Kelsey. RJ has been paid. And that is why you're a member of the Early Edge crew. We don't mess around. If you don't pay, you get no more showdown bets. I would say we almost always pay before the game's over. Almost always before the game's over. Because God forbid we go to the next day and not pay and then come on the show. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, look, I'm not going to lie. There are about 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. I was going ahead and wrapping it up with Bill yesterday.
You're like, hey, Bill, we got you.
Bill, this ain't it, buddy. What's your Venmo?
That is so funny. All right, grab your paper, grab your pencil. Here is the recap, and it is glorious on this National Championship Monday. M Squared is on Georgia -2.5. I, of course, am on the other side. We've got two different showdown bets tonight, me and M Squared, and, of course, Dial Up and M Squared. Then AB is going to be on Alabama. The team total, let's go over 24.5. Then college hoops, Zack attacks on Pepperdine -4. Maybe a spot there for a live bet if you're paying attention to it. And then from SportsLine, we're going to go one play today. On the ice, the Capitals -120. Then the gym today. Wow, juicy from the jeweler. We're going to go a little Man City, Man United, Aston Villa. Is it Man United or Man City? I think it's Man City. It's Ronaldo. It's City. It's City.
No, it's United.
It's United.
You're going to have a bad
so
time if you try to bet on a Man City game today.
There's only one, so bet that one. Winthrop on the money line, and then of course Alabama with AB. That makes me feel even worse because I'm with the jeweler, I'm with AB, and we're all going against the giant that is M Squared.
Hey, Coach.
But that's okay. Yes, sir.
Coach, welcome to the janitor's closet.
It's a little warm in here, AB. It's a little warm in here, I'll be honest.
Yeah, it's a little warm and not a whole lot of money down here. So, yeah, welcome in, buddy.
Hey, but we're going to come out fighting tonight. Right when Georgia scores those 2 early touchdowns, we're like, what did we do? But it's going to be fun. And that's the whole point, is having fun. Be kind to one another. Be nice to one another. Pay it forward. And remember, on this Monday, as we get back into our week, there's only one thing left to do, and you all know what that is. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these tickets straight to the pay window. My entire crew, M Squared, Dial Up, Zack Attack, the jeweler, puts it all together here at the brand. I am the coach. We'll see you back here live tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern time, counting down all the way up to Georgia and Alabama. We'll see you then on the Early Edge. Good luck.